Wednesday. Super up. Hump day. I think people with jobs call it hump day. Good luck to you guys getting through hump day. Hope you guys have been enjoying the episodes this week. Personally, I kind of like having an excuse to check in with you all once a day. Maybe one day we'll get to a point where we post podcasts every fucking day. Who knows? Enjoy this one. It's me and Brandon talking Dragon Ball Z episode. One of the best filler episodes of all of the episodes ever. DBZ or otherwise. The Dragon Ball Z driving episode. Piccolo and Goku, driving school, what's not to love. Thanks for all the support this week. Appreciate you guys. We'll have another one out for you tomorrow, and shit's lining up for Friday for Death Note, and a good portion of our other content will be available to you for free. So yeah, patreon.com/Dragon Ball Super Dope. Enjoy this one. Peace.
Duke Silver? Hello.
This is one of my favorite things, just seeing people's reactions to the new opening song.
What the hell was that?
I just like seeing people's genuine reactions. Seeing what happens, like the looks on their face as they realize that the song playing is not Dragon Ball Super Dope, the song.
This sounds like like a gang scene in a kung fu movie featuring Duke Silver.
Which is probably a decent way to describe my life.
Okay.
Come on, man.
All right. I'm afraid to go to the convenience store after this now. I don't want to get jumped by like a rival gang with like a rival saxophonist.
I'm down with that guy, John, over there, man.
Fucking Kenny G or something.
Yeah, John will,
right.
John will cut you.
You'll have to escort me then to like...
sell you a bowl, and then he'll cut you with one of the switchblades.
I just want my jalapeno M&Ms, man.
Wait a minute, that's a thing?
Hell yeah. I've been searching for like a week now trying to get this shit. 2 weeks.
Why? Did it make your poops hurt?
I don't know. That's why I want to find these jalapeno M&Ms.
So you haven't had them yet?
No.
Come on, dude.
I can't find them. I can't find them anywhere. There's Thai coconut, jalapeno M&Ms, and English toffee, and I can't find nothing. I found pumpkin pie M&Ms, and they were not great.
I hope you find the jalapeno ones and they make you poop fireballs.
I am looking forward to it. I want to unleash the fury.
The fury of fire poops?
I want to unleash the Nick Fury of fire poops.
It'll be like that getting a flower in Mario, you know? Except you don't like shoot the fireballs at your hands or whatever. They just come out your butt.
Ouch. That would hurt. But
that's what I think of when I think of jalapeno M&Ms.
Well, we'll find out on this episode of Pawn Stars.
Okay. Why Pawn Stars?
Because it usually follows, you know, next time
gang
or
scenes.
Rival, right? Yeah, Duke Silver's
Featuring
gang
Duke
versus Kenny G.
I mean, I think you're just saying Duke Silver because the Duke Silver thing on the wall, but
and there's like some wicked sax playing in this thing. When I think of sultry saxophone sounds, I think of Duke Silver.
Well, you know what I think of?
Dragon Ball Super Dope.
Just Super Dope Anime Hour.
Super Dope Anime Hour.
And guess what? Sticking true to the promise. I'm going to keep doing at least one Dragon Ball thing a month for you guys.
Hell yeah.
So I figured in celebration of this whole little, I'll call it a soft relaunch, I guess. I don't really know. Who knows?
Makes it sound limp.
3 months, if Super comes back, we're going to go back to doing Dragon Ball Super. So there's like a little breather in the meantime, but, you know, stop breathing. Oh, is that what the audience is thinking? Perhaps. But you know what? In case you are thinking that, that's why we're going to give you at least a Dragon Ball thing every once in a while. And with the relaunch, we figured it was time to do the greatest filler episode of Dragon Ball Z.
The episode of all episodes.
Of all time. It's probably like instrumental in me and Brandon becoming real fast friends when we first met.
Hell yeah. Capsule Core sticker, man. Right on your, like, your touchscreen. I was like, yo.
Capsule Corp. And then we started talking, watching Super. And I was
yo.
like, yeah, of course. That was like really right after it started.
Our bandmates really did not know how to handle that.
Yeah.
They
They
were
were
like,
very weirded out that we hit it off so quickly.
they were very freaked out.
They, like, I don't know how to describe it. Chris was just like, I don't get it. Like, you guys hang out and talk about that shit? I'm like, yeah, we do. It's very important stuff.
It's
Very important.
Yeah.
Adult business.
I mean, look how far we've come on Super Dope just talking about it.
Even
And
before, sitting here today, we're recording this. What the fuck day is it? Wednesday
it is Wednesday the 10th of April.
Man, I'm really
2019.
close with deadlines. You guys have no idea how close I am with deadlines. Even as we sit here on the 10th, I think that it's pretty safe to say that nobody really expected us to have any kind of success without Dragon Ball off the air. And it was rough for a while, but like we've actually had a tremendous fucking month. I feel like we dipped when I went on this whole Kick Vic thing. Yep. And by the way, yeah, shout out Holy Nerdy Podcast. If you haven't gone to listen to my appearance on the Holy Nerdy Podcast and want to hang out with me, Chris, and Caleb for 3 hours, go do that. You can go check them out. Apple, Stitcher, Podcasts, Stitcher, all the places where the podcasts live. I don't even know how to say the things anymore.
Spotify.
Yeah, so I actually went on a bit of a rant about the Kick Vic shit, and I hope that that's the last time I have to talk about it, at least in this kind of fashion. Although, did I show you that email I got the other day?
No.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
All right, so I don't want you to say what it is, but
okay.
What I want to do is get your genuine reaction.
Okay.
As to how you feel about the thing that I'm about to show you.
Damn. Okay, that sounds heavy. I'm nervous. Damn. Damn, that's awesome.
So hopefully I won't have to talk about Kick Vic for a while, but you never know. Probably not here either, but
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
super dope.
That's massive super dope, dude.
So we figured it's time to bust out in celebration of this soft little relaunch and break of Dragon Ball, but still giving you guys some Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about Goku's ordeal.
I've learned so much in just the past 25 minutes about how radically different a sub can be from a dub.
Yeah, man. So I made knowing that full well that Brandon is very familiar with the dub of this episode. I said,
or
guess
so
what?
I thought I was.
I mean, yeah. We'll talk about fucking kids getting thrown over a mountain and a bus and an avalanche and a shit storm of shit in a minute. But
yeah,
yeah. Sub to dub translation. This is a perfect example of, or at least a couple of scenes are perfect examples of what can be lost, especially in the early Funimation dubs from the Japanese script. So, namely, the dub takes a very intentional moment to comment on the fact that Piccolo is dressed ridiculously. And Goku's like, yo, what's the line?
Hey, Piccolo, where did you get those clothes? Your wife gave them to me from your closet.
Yeah. So,
it's like the greatest spoken lines of the entire Dragon Ball series, in my opinion. Except for, maybe Vegeta's atonement and, a few other things. But in terms of filler episodes, that is what makes that episode so amazing. Like, just that badass line.
I mean, is it really that badass?
To me, it is. It's like the ultimate, like...
It's kind of a burn.
Piccolo burn, yeah.
But at the end of the day, is it badass?
Yes.
Well, the difference there is in the sub that I made Brandon watch today, and when we got to this scene, he's like, "No, I've been robbed." Basically, Piccolo just takes the time to make a slide comment about how it was ridiculous that some random Earthling showed up and defeated Frieza out of nowhere the other day, and how nobody's really talking about that. That's really what Piccolo takes a minute to do, and
he gets defeated by his wife.
This episode is firmly framed, with the Android saga in mind. Like, we see a warning from Trunks in the preview, not the preview, but like the flashback or whatever. Previously on Dragon Ball Z, previously on X-Men. Yo, I want to fucking watch that show so
On
much.
this episode of Pawn Stars.
Why is it always Pawn Stars with you?
Because it's funny.
Didn't the old man die?
You made it not so funny now.
Isn't Chumley like borderline mentally disabled?
I don't know. I haven't watched the episode, an episode of that show in like 3 years.
Just got Pawn Stars on the brain, huh?
I say it
PS
all the
all day.
time. Yeah.
Pawn Stars. That's funny.
Pawn
'cause
Stars.
it's like porn.
Porn Stars.
It's a clever name. That's a fucking clever name.
Anyway, the tone of the subtitled Japanese version is a lot more.
It's a lot more firmly rooted within the arc itself. The
Yeah.
dub took it as an opportunity to be really goofy and shit. And don't get me wrong, it's a super goofy episode.
The
But
dub.
they trumped up the goofy.
They truly made it like the ultimate cream filling of a filler episode.
You just always use the most suggestive terms. Why?
Hey, where's the cream filling? Hostess. Now that's the stuff. I was just waiting to drop that.
Wow. Okay. All right. Whew. It's a miracle that I didn't just fucking cry laughing. Like, I'm so embarrassed. I'm so cringed out by everything that just came out of your mouth a moment ago. That
Remember that great commercial? The shark comes up to eat the fat lady because he thinks it's a hostess.
100%, yeah.
But she's just a fat lady in an inner tube.
Yep.
Like the shark's like, hey, where's the cream filling?
It's just a fat lady's butt.
Fucking A.
Lard. Butt lard. Butt lard. So yeah, this is firmly rooted within the Android arc, within the sub. It's definitely given a little bit more context throughout. Outside of that Piccolo line, and you see him Vegeta training. Not too much else rooted in the Android saga here. Fucking great appearance though, a reappearance of the
Hiya.
Hiya Dragon. Hiya Dragon.
Hiya.
Hiya Dragon.
Hiya, dragon.
Icarus for you.
Where's
American kids.
Yajirobe when you need him, though?
He's probably just hanging out with Korn.
Something takes a part of me. Oh, Corin, not Corn.
Korn.
I mean, it would have been cooler if you know, Yajirobe had went on tour with Korn.
Imagine Yajirobe and Jonathan Davis just chilling on a tour bus. And Yajirobe's like, hey, that's pretty weird, but whatever, man. You guys got great drugs.
Man, can I help with your rider? I could totally get some cool food for you guys.
I know you guys want me to load this stuff in for you, but can I get some food first?
Hey, I saved the Earth once by cutting off some dude's tail.
Yo, say whatever you want about Korn. That video is fucking dope.
Yajirobe is the founder of new metal.
Yeah, I think he ushered in the new wave.
They fucking train in like the room of time to perfect their new metal skills. Head and monkey.
So yeah,
He's talking about hyenas.
why is that guy always talking about hyenas?
It's like he watches The Lion King or some shit.
Oh man, Brandon, this is why I was insisting that you made your way over here at some point to be part of the relaunch.
Hello.
Bambina.
Where's my hyena?
So Chi-Chi's pissed. Chi-Chi is having a tough time with the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing.
Hey Piccolo, where'd you get that new metal? Yajirobe showed it to me.
Yajirobe.
It's from Korn. Anyway, so yes, Chi-Chi gets chased by a boar,
And she's like, this is horse shit. She blinds the fuck out of that boar with a dozen eggs, though.
and then she gets jealous because the neighbor's got a car.
And she's like, what the hell gives them the right?
You're like the only person in the world without a license, Goku.
How close do you think the neighbors live to Chi-Chi?
She said the next mountain over. I watched it. I saw it.
No, I'm glad that you caught that. I didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't. Wow, the next mountain over. So does that mean that Mount Paozu is solely entrusted to just Goku and his family, and then there's like
Let's
Mount
go.
whatever the fuck next door, and that's where these car people live.
Where's Ox King live? Where's he hanging out?
I don't know. I mean, he's got his own fucking palace that used to be consumed by fire till King Roshi fucking showed up with the King Kamehameha wave and shit.
So many kings in that sentence.
Yeah, it's because I was talking about Hawaii, I guess.
King me.
Checkers. Right?
Drafts.
Drafts?
What checkers used to be.
That's what it used to be called?
Drafts, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't make it up.
That
I didn't
sounds
even.
dumb.
Yeah.
Is it because when you make it to one end of the board, you can draft dead people off the bench to king you, and then you're double lethal?
Could be. Or, before they had those little sock things to put under your door, things got drafty.
I don't understand how the sock thing correlates with the game of checkers, though.
I don't know. Maybe we were all drafted. There's Mahina.
So they live the next mountain over. They got a car. Time Goku gets a goddamn license. And he's always hanging out with this green guy, so he needs to get a fucking license too. So like Goku's got somebody to drive around with.
Gringo over there.
Gringo.
Piccolo were in the Beatles. He'd be Gringo.
So I feel like we should hit pause for a sec. Literally what we did. We hit pause. And Chi-Chi is yelling at Goku and Piccolo pretty clearly about how she got chased by a boar and had a shit-ass day. And how he needs to go get a fucking car so that way she can drive it places. How come Chi-Chi didn't go get her motherfucking license? That would have been more efficient.
How are they even going to get a car? Goku doesn't work and Chi-Chi doesn't work.
Exactly.
Where are they getting the money?
Probably, like, I bet you Bulma's got a car dicking around that she could donate over to the Sun
She,
family.
like, owns, like, the entire, like, country.
Basically, Bulma is the owner and CEO of GM, but, like, times a billion. And it's not GM, it's a whole tech company.
CC.
She's like the CEO of Tesla?
I bet her dad's cat is actually in charge. Meow.
We got a really good shot of her cat, of the dad's cat.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't
Her
you?
cat
That's
slipped,
Vegeta's cat.
right? My bad. But we hit pause because in this back and forth, Chi-Chi's yelling at Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan's also in the scene. But in this Funimation app, the way that it's framed, it's very awkward because, like, inside of this shot, there's only, like, one sliver of Gohan's head and hair. And I'm like, man, that's awkward. That's, like, an awkward word.
The scene formerly known as Gohan.
Yeah. It's, like, half, I don't know, maybe half of his head was supposed to be in the shot, but the way it's cropped, the way that it's cropped, the, whatever, like 1/8 of his fucking head comes out. So I think it's worth pointing out. Big news. I don't know. The YouTubers say it's news, so it's news. Anime AJ, trusted source of the show. Won't say he's friend of the show, but I'll say he's trusted source of the show. He went out and said this week that the Funimation Blu-ray release for the 30th anniversary of Dragon Ball Z,
26th of this month.
yeah, they needed 3,000 pre-orders at $350 a pop. This is basically a crowdsourced project to do this.
Wait. Funimation crowdsourced to do this?
Sort of.
Dragon Ball is like the biggest thing in the world in anime, and they still had to crowdsource for this?
It's limited to 6,000. They needed at least 2,500 pre-orders to justify the cost of Blu-ray editing, restoring all the footage or whatever.
Which, I mean, no offense, but how much longer is Blu-ray going to be viable?
Well, I think it's interesting because they made the announcement for this.
Yeah.
Not even a week later, Samsung came out and said, we're going to discontinue Blu-ray technology for Samsung because we can't compete with streaming. Like, Blu-ray is what it is in terms of the visual quality, but streaming's a more viable source. We're not selling the hardware. We're going to discontinue making the hardware.
Yeah.
So that's a week after Funimation announced this whole thing. And then Anime AJ, they released, like a kind of like a promotional video to be like, hey, place your orders, whatever. AJ came out with a breakdown of the footage. Now, full disclosure, even AJ says this in the last 45 seconds of his video, of his 8-9 minute video shitting on this 30-second preview.
Yeah.
that basically they're dicking it up. They're not doing it in the right aspect ratio. It's supposed to be, they're doing it in 4:3, and the way that it's cropped, we're not getting the entire fucking scene, and it's cropped awkwardly. And it's basically kind of like a similar thing to what they've done in the past with their releases, and this isn't like the true edition of what you're supposed to visually see when you watch an episode of Dragon Ball as it was aired in Japan. You know, this episode would have been around 91.
It's supposed to be like tried and true, yeah.
Yeah. So,
supposed to be.
So this is an awkward crop, I guess, is what it essentially comes down to, and AJ broke this whole thing down. So when we were watching this episode today, I was very conscious, at least of that scene, to be like, ah, shit, yeah, that is a really awkward crop. I wonder what the original should have looked like if we could have pulled it out a little bit instead of seeing just that 1/8 of Gohan's head. I bet you Gohan's head just barely fucking fits into the scene. He's like the front left-hand corner of the scene, Goku's center, Piccolo's fucking top right.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like Goku and Piccolo are predominantly like center and right of the frame, and Gohan's in that little bottom left-hand corner, just a sliver of his head.
Yeah.
Super awkward shot. It's the only reason I even bothered to mention it, honestly.
No. That's a good citation there, yeah.
You think it's a good observation?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm still kind of just, I'm not trying to shit on Funimation for, continuing the spirit of Dragon Ball, but it just doesn't seem to make sense to me that they are trying to cash in on something that isn't fully outdated, but it's not at the peak of its popularity anymor.
I think AJ's point basically was, you guys have had like 3 or 4 whacks at this, and each time you fucked it up. You make this big announcement and have a enormous price tag of $350, and like they've dressed it up like it's the whole series. You get this really nice animation book or drawing book. You get this limited edition figure, which is basically like a half recycled Van Presto figure, but whatever. You get like this whole nice little package, but like, what's the point in putting the package together if you're not going to bring Dragon Ball over the way that it was originally watched?
Not even that, but for most people, they may be buying it not even to watch it, but to get those extra goodies, because they can just stream it on the Crunchyroll, or they already probably own it on.
But the real hardcores, they want to see it as it was originally broadcast. They want to see what was seen on Japanese television. They want the best audio quality. They want the best visual quality.
All right.
They want it all restored, and they want it framed properly. That makes sense to me.
Until the next technology.
I'm honestly, I thought about pre-ordering this thing, and I'm honestly kind of reconsidering it. What's the point? If it's more or less the same shit that I've already got access to for paying $6 a month for Funimation, I'll just keep paying my $6 a month to Funimation and not give them $350.
I should kind of do that. I wonder if my new smart TV can get Funimation on it.
Probably, almost certainly. Funimation apps are good investment.
Okay.
Then you can watch new anime with us. We're gonna watch Mob Psycho.
Okay.
That's the next one we're watching for next month.
Well, I just want to go back.
People keep telling me that it's a great anime, and that I'm an idiot for not having watched it, and that I'm a dope for sleeping on how sexy Reagan is.
I just want to go back and watch the Android Saga again. So, can you watch both the Japanese and the English versions?
Yeah. In Dragon Ball, yeah. I mean, we just watched Promised Neverland the other day. That obviously hasn't been dubbed yet, but you turn on the closed captioning, get English subs for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Funimation, everything is there, Japanese and English. Are you buying it literally right now?
No.
Oh, you just picked up your phone like you had something to do right away after I said that it was both English and Japanese.
I'm sending a feeler out.
A feeler? What, do you got somebody who's already got an account?
No, I'm seeing if we can get Funimation on our TV.
Oh, all right. Doing some research.
Yeah.
So Goku and Piccolo meet their driving instructors. Did you have driving instructors?
I did. And no, well, I went to a kind of an awkward, slightly seedy driving school in another state.
Did you go to Lebantes?
I went to Lebantes.
Dude, everybody went to Lebantes.
I went to Lebantes.
So,
my friend and I found out that we could get our licenses earlier than we were supposed to in Middletown by going Levantes.
Because you can go at 15 and 10 months.
Yeah. And we had to get a ride every week up there, and we did the class. And then I took my driving test back in Middletown with somebody who I later became the boss of at my job.
Huh.
And it was some good times, man. It's weird.
I did driver's ed at Levantes during like February vacation one year.
Yeah.
I did not take driver's lessons there. I didn't. In Rhode Island, I was able, because I didn't get my permit. I did my driver's ed when I was still in high school.
Yep.
My mom would not allow me to get my permit until I was 18.
Okay.
And then when I was 18, I realized how blind I was, that I had to get glasses and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, I didn't have a driver teacher, but I guess my mom kind of was with the Caravan.
Right. I trained in the car I was going to own, my Cavalier.
Yeah. Yo, what year was your Cavalier?
96.
I had a 93 Cavalier as my first car. Weird.
That was the vehicle of my first band and such.
Vehicle of my first band was Feds' fucking Tahoe. 1995 Tahoe. We moved a lot of 412 cabinets in that fucking truck.
Oof.
If you don't know who Feds is, he's the dude that does the majority of the Death Note. Super dope. If you haven't checked it out on Patreon, you should go do it. That's my only plug. I swear to God, I'll start up about Patreon now. I kind of feel like I got robbed by not having a weird, quirky ass driving instructor, because he's got like Goku's got like Old Man from Hell,
aka in the English dubs, Master Roshi.
Yeah, Master Roshi's voice actor, and then Piccolo's got Launch the Ginger.
Leadfoot Linda.
Leadfoot Linda. Love the alliteration.
Right.
Lovely.
Leadfoot Linda.
Lovely Leadfoot Linda with the lead-eared red hair.
She was ready to launch, man.
Yeah, she was.
She turned into Launch.
Yeah, she was basically Launch. Leadfoot for real. Leadfoot Launch Linda. Leadfoot Linda Launch. Leadfoot Linda Launch.
That's where Launch went after Dragon Ball. She became a driving instructor
and got a perm and dyed her hair red.
She went Super Saiyan Launch.
She went Super Saiyan something or other. Speaking of Super Saiyan, we do get a quick shot of Vegeta in this episode, training at 400 and then 450 times gravity. Again.
Sweating.
Yeah. Bulma and her parents are like, oh, man, we love that Vegeta. What's up with that Vegeta? Oh, is he out in the spaceship?
Hey, Vegeta, where'd you go?
Wow, that was one of your weirder voices.
I try.
For sure. Yeah, his mother-in-law's like, ooh, where's that sweet little bunk of beefcake up in his biatch? Was he living out in the spaceship now? And then you see him out in the spaceship. I just think it's worth noting, pre-Super Saiyan Vegeta, hanging out, working in fucking 450 times the Earth's gravity.
At least it wasn't the episode where he's like twirling around. Isn't that when like Yamcha peeks in? He's like, what is he doing? And he's like just like twirling.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were trying to talk about him twirling around and then it's set to that song, you know?
What song? Are you just trying to fill in till you can find it?
I think it's going to work. That.
All right. What the fuck?
I groove to this song all the time.
This is as bad as the friggin' like Nyan Cat.
Dude, he's skating in the Olympics. How gold is that?
I
get it, gold Olympics. Shut up, Brandon. How's it going?
This is Jesus, man. I was not ready for this.
That was certainly something. Indeed. I never figured Vegeta for such a poor song and dance man. Though he'd give you a run for your money.
Whoa.
Spitting some hot heat. Jeez Louise.
I always appreciate Beerus's hot fire.
Super hot. So yeah, that's the Vegeta shooting star song. That's what basically Yamcha sees when he looks in on the Gravitron and sees Vegeta floating there. Sees a god amongst men. So while Piccolo and Goku are learning to drive, Gohan takes it upon himself to ride the Higher Dragon to go watch Piccolo and Goku drag race.
Apparently, yeah.
And can basically just destroy their cars.
Yet somehow they get to come back the next day.
Goku's still I feel like Piccolo's pretty good, like dealing with the shit as it flies out.
Yeah.
But Goku's told to cut the wheel, so he powers up and
literally cuts the wheel.
Cuts the wheel.
In the Japanese, it was it was a different word. It wasn't cut the wheel. It was like something else. But yeah.
But basically, it's cut the wheel.
He takes it as cut the wheel.
And he fucking karate chop the wheel right the fuck off.
And they go drowning in the water.
And he's like, man, I'm just having a really bad day. My wife's like really just trying to get me to get my license, and I'm trying to do it, but like I just cut the wheel and I'm drowning, and I hope you're okay, but like I can kind of deal with this. I breathed through outer space last year somehow, so like it's cool. And he's like, dude, you are the worst fucking driver.
It's gonna take 3 years
for you to learn anything about driving.
And Goku's like, oh man,
he's like, dude, I ain't got that long.
I don't got that kind of time. There's artificial humans coming.
I gotta train to kill these killer androids coming to fuck up the earth, man. You're gonna want me to do that instead. Trust me, believe you me. You should give me my license today so I can go train and get ready to fuck them up.
The waves with the scary eyes show up.
Yeah, because at this point in time, we were talking about it. Shout out to one of my favorite content creators, Mr. Air Fusion, Senor Lance. His Dragon Ball Dissection series does a great job covering exactly the story, and that's actually he's in the Cell games now, I think, or approaching the Cell games. Early on, basically what Dragon Ball Dissection is, if you haven't watched it, it's a YouTube series breaking down the manga in the Japanese actual form, and Lance, I'll call him Lance. I'll call him friend of the show.
Cool.
Lance breaks it down and basically, kind of like gives it his own as unbiased it can be.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, he even admits that he's biased, but gives you the breakdown. But like at this point in this is a filler episode, so this doesn't exactly apply, but the idea applies. We see them as these two shadowy, like doughy general figures. They're like gray matter.
They're just made of waves.
Yeah, and they've got like red angry eyes.
Yeah.
At this point in time,
Ghastly appears.
I don't think it was really kind of decided maybe what these androids are going to look like, and we obviously don't know what 19 and 20 look like. We don't know what 17 and 18 look like at this point. So Lance does a great job breaking down the story of how Akira Toriyama does the reveal of what the androids, these killer androids in the future look like, and it's fucking an old man in Android 20 and a fat pale dude with Chinese pants on in Android 19. And Toriyama's editor was like, are you fucking kidding me?
This is the best you could do.
These are your big fucking villains, an old fat weirdo and an old fuck. What the hell?
And at least one of them would have been familiar to audiences, right? Because Dr. Zero's from Red Ribbon Army.
Yeah, but he was never seen in Dragon Ball.
Oh, really?
There's actually another doctor, like evil scientist type in Dragon Ball for the Red Ribbon Army, which
Okay.
I'm going to fuck it up because I think I'm confusing it with Papaya Island. But I think his name is Dr. Papaya.
Okay.
But I think I'm fucking that up with Papaya Island, which is where the first, or at least the Tenkaichi Budokai is held. I think.
Okay.
But whatever. He's never actually shown in Dragon Ball. He's a brand new character.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got ties to that, but that's basically it. The only fucking thing that they've got in common is like, yeah, Red Ribbon Army, you know them? I used to work for him. See this insignia? It proves it. The end.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
So his editor is like, yo, an old man and a fucking weird fat pale dude.
And yeah, like
give me some
a
new
Buddha
people.
man, yeah.
And then he's like, okay, how about these people? And he gives them 17, 18, and 16.
16.
He's like, couple fucking little kids and a ginger. What's going on here? This is terrible. Give me a new one. And then that's how Cell was born. And he's like, this is it.
That's crazy.
Give me a new Cell. And then he transforms Cell, and he's like, Cell looks stupid. Why is
Really?
there so much black ink?
Is this complicated?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Editors had a heavy hand.
Which I think, in all honesty, though, has turned out amazing. To me, Cell's like
one of the most compelling fucking characters.
and one of
there
my
is.
favorite designs. Yeah.
I think from like a motivational perspective, Cell is one of the most interesting characters in Dragon Ball. 'Cause
Oh,
it's-
definitely.
It's not to conquer the universe. It's not just
And-
because they're so simple. They do nothing but to destroy. He's like, I want to see what I can do.
Yeah.
Which is basically like the polar opposite of Goku, who's like, I just want to see what I can do as well, but in the name of good.
And I think bringing it full circle to today, you know, we've always known of 18, but 17 dropped off the face of the earth. And they've now made 17 one of the most interesting and incredible characters in the series today.
Oh, you mean Super now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the potential
I
to be able to
mean-
do a lot. I hope they use him in the manga. What's going on right now with Moro and all that?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, all right, who's going to step up now? Goku and Vegeta are kind of butt fucked. I hope that they go 17, but something tells me they won't. And
Yeah.
they'll just be like, oh, the Daikaio fucking wakes up and Majin Buu comes along and helps or some shit. That'll be my luck.
His redemption.
Yeah. And maybe at some point we'll do a manga thing. You got to read it. I got to read it.
Yeah.
Maybe next month. So basically, and this is more for you than it is
Yeah.
for the audience, because the audience at this point will have already heard it several times. So,
Sure.
audience, bear with me, yo. I'm trying to educate Brandon.
Hello.
Each week we're trying to do like a theme or like a consistent thing each week.
Yeah.
So we're thinking maybe the first week of each month we'll do like a new anime. So
Yep.
this month we did, for the relaunch, we did Promised Neverland. Next month we're talking about doing Mob Psycho. The first 2 seasons of that, talking about that. Something that's kind of more current. Second week, and this is, weeks are subject to change, but this could end up being the third week.
Sure.
One of the other weeks we're talking about doing like an anime movie. So we did Akira for
Cool.
the relaunch. Maybe I know that we want to do Ghost in the Shell. I've got a couple of other of the Ghibli films that we want to do. I got another couple of ones down there that I want to do that you can't see behind that trash barrel there.
Cool. Ultraman's got a new series out. Came out like 2 weeks ago.
Me and you will talk about that shit in a sec.
Aight.
So yeah, new anime movie. I want 1 week always a month to go to Dragon Ball. So you are gonna have to be my Dragon Ball guy.
Okay.
And then that fourth week we're kind of up for debate, but we're talking about basically busting up on something really, really terrible.
Sure.
Maybe one of these months we could do some live action stuff. Ultraman, I'm going to assume, is something that I'd be able to poke more fun at than actually. But I don't know what this new series and what the quality.
I've watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, and they seem pretty good. It's a very fresh, interesting story. I'm more hooked onto it, I think, this point than the 3 Godzilla animes that came out. It's on Netflix. It's, I think, in part to do with Netflix, like the Godzilla series.
Yep.
The Godzilla series was extremely complicated, and I think they devoted way more.
That was an animated series, right?
It was an animated series, yeah. And Ultraman's kind of done in a similar style.
Oh,
but-
it's animated as well. It's not live action.
No. That's why I brought it up.
Oh shit!
The
all
new
right, cool.
Ultraman series on Netflix is an animated series.
Cool. I had no
Yeah.
idea. I was thinking that, and this is something that I want to talk about as well. Like,
Sure.
now that we're doing the pivot into general anime, I'd like to get into eventually, not right away, but I'd like to be able to pivot to just more general Eastern culture entertainment. So we could do a Godzilla movie. We could do
Yes.
episodes of Ultraman. I want to do Supaidaman one of these days.
What?
Supaidaman.
Who's that?
Japanese Spider-Man, Brandon. We've already
Oh.
talked about it a million times. You
Okay.
never listen to the podcast.
I'm deaf.
That too. Somewhere up there. Should I grab it for you?
Nah, it's all
No,
right.
no. Because if you don't remember it from before, when we talked about it, when I bought it last year.
This is the bootleg you bought, right?
Yeah, it's a bootleg.
With Hey Dude.
Yeah, but I'll have exactly. Hey, dude, Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete.
Sports.
Oh,
All right,
dear
I want
Lord.
I want you to read the back of this to
Okay.
the audience because it's
All right, this is Supaidaman, the complete series, 6 DVD set.
how many episodes does it say?
41 episodes.
Word. I'll do a whole limited run on that bitch alone.
Description: the evil Frun, with an N instead of an M, Frun Cross Army Tetsu Jyoji Gon murders Yamashiro, Hiroshi and attempt to kill his son, Takuya Toro Shinjichi.
You're doing great, dude.
Takuya's life is saved by Gaira, or Garia, the Supaidaman, an alien who came to Earth in the spacecraft Marveller. Garia injects a liquid into Takuya, which not only heals his wounds, but also gives him super strength, the ability to climb walls, and a special sense of danger, i.e., Supaida sense. And then the rest of the information is a combination of, I don't think Japanese, maybe Japanese, English, and just really bad superimposed over photos. The approximate time is 1,025 minutes long. It's in Japanese, in mono. And it's suitable only for persons of 12 years and older, not to be supplied to any person below that age.
So yeah,
Hardcore.
About 41 episodes long. Thank you for reading that. I appreciate all the.
I think I went blind trying to read the fine print.
Yeah, that was super bootleg. It's a little grainy.
That and I need glasses.
Yeah, I got it. I'd love to pivot into live action shit eventually, but we're talking about that before being like a shitty thing on purpose. So you're gonna have to be a regular fucking Dragon Ball person going forward.
Okay.
That gives you an excuse to come over once a month.
Okay.
That's not an abort commitment.
Okay.
If you can't make it once a month, I will personally incite our listeners to harass you online.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay. I get harassed all the time anyway.
And then if Super comes back in July, which I think and hope it will,
Yeah.
then me, you, and Mike can start getting together, hopefully, or some combination of me, you, and Mike. Because
Yeah.
that, to me, in my brain, is Dragon Ball Super Dope is me, you, and Mike.
Right.
But we've gotten away from it over the last year, just having no new episodes. Like, we don't have an excuse to get together every week anymore. You know what I mean?
It gets tough, yeah.
Now we have to make intentional time to do it. As where if we have all got an episode that we're fucking freaking out about, we're way more compelled to get together and be like, yo, what's with the mics on right now?
Right. New shit.
I mean, schedule will still happen, but without that new content, it's a little less. It's a little tougher to get everybody together and amped to fucking get something together. So I think Mike will be less of a hermit. He came out last weekend. He was cool.
Yeah.
Not being in the house, I think, has been a little bit of a drag for Mike and Carlton. But Carlton's been good about coming over. He's been coming over every week to do at least one podcast with me. So that's cool. That's cool. It's more than I can fucking ask for. I definitely appreciate. The listeners, obviously, you guys are cool, but like, this is a big undertaking for me.
Well, it's definitely keeping different stuff viable and fresh and, keeping an interest in stuff because there's a lot of crossover. I mean, I personally really only watch Dragon Ball, but, that's just me. Other people have My Hero Academia or, all different stuff. So getting to hear about that from your favorite podcasters who talk about Dragon Ball now talk about other stuff you like, that's badass.
Yeah, and I think
I wish I could find a cool Godzilla podcast.
well, we're gonna be that cool Godzilla podcast.
Yes.
I think, and that's kind of why it coincides so well with me moving out of the house and making the room here now and doing the podcasts here is expanding out into other animes makes sense because I don't have Mike and Carlton to guilt into popping into the room once a week.
Exactly.
So I can now guilt my other friends into stopping by once a week and they can record several podcasts with me.
Hello.
So that way we can continue to provide some decent content. We're going to continue to do the limited run stuff. So I would like to get you in on a regular fucking one of the limited run stuff. I don't want to say what the next two are, but they're surprises. I mean, they're going to be fun surprises and timely surprises with one of them. It'll definitely coincide well with some other shit going on that you will be able to enjoy at the same time. So that'll be fun for the next limited run, but like your schedule sucks, dude. You're like the non-existent man.
I'm around sometimes.
Dude, I just grabbed you. Like, I feel bad that you're still here and it's 9:30 at night.
It's good. It's good.
It's real good. I guess we should get back on the episode so I can send your ass home so you can go to the store, get a snack, and
Yeah,
drive
you're
home.
coming with me now to the
All right,
snack
fine.
store.
I'll get my own snacks.
I don't want your rival gang to beat me up.
My rival gang might kick the shit out of you. They're not down with chilling. They're down with killing.
All right, what do we got next?
I want to know more about your ideas on why Dragon Ball Mario Kart hasn't been made yet after this episode.
Jesus, man. Like, that's such a great concept. Like, you know, imagine, like, you could have, like, Vegeta in his little car and, like, you know, Yamcha on his little motorcycle with Puar.
So I guess really what I'd ask you to think about is,
Somebody would be on Nimbus.
so all right, the Nimbus is exactly what I'm. Goku's in his little. All right, if you pick Goku as a character in this Dragon Ball Mario Kart game,
Yeah.
his thing to like fuck with other drivers would be like maybe he spits out some fucking Nimbus, because like Goku's like a real like, you know, passive dude. He's not super fucking mean or anything. So he does like something real kind of He just blows some clouds in your face out his exhaust. He blows the Nimbus cloud right in your face so you can't see shit. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Piccolo do? I think Piccolo fucking turns around, sees you fucking creeping up on him, and stretches out his fucking long ass elastic arms and just fucking karate chops your car. like,
And,
throws
like,
you into
if
the
you hit a
barrier.
bonus, like, Shenron, like, train rides you to the front.
Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of
You
shit I'm
know?
looking for.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's see.
Vegeta would probably just blow everything up around him, but probably then also blow up his car, in which I'd like to see an animation in which Vegeta's just riding with like the frame of a car and like an axle, like real cartoonish style.
Right.
And then it pops off. So like he fucks up everyone in his immediate area, but like there's a small repercussion in that he gets set back maybe a couple seconds.
Right. Master Roshi would be
He nosebleeds at people.
his car would be the turtle.
Gamuda, Baby
Yeah.
Gamuda.
Yeah.
All right, I'm totally down with that. There's only been 2 appearances of Baby Gamuda in the entire Dragon Ball series. One's in Dragon Ball, one's in Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
30 years apart, or almost 30 years apart.
What
I guess,
about
27
let's
years
see, what would Krillin be on? He'd have his little police motorcycle.
apart. Cop Krillin for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But what does he do when he fucks you up? Kianzan's your ass?
Yeah.
Destructo Disc.
Destructo Disc. Dude, this could happen. This could be real. Animators, game makers, people of the world, make this happen. Dragon Ball Z
I'm
Kart.
sure that we've got more than a couple of people who fucked with like modding games.
Like, if
before.
we could have Donkey Kong Racing, we can have Dragon Ball Racing.
Yeah.
Conker was in fucking Donkey Kong Racing. The most underrated, greatest video game character of all time.
I'm not sure who that is.
Conker?
I don't know.
Are you
that.
kidding me?
I
You've
don't.
never heard of Conker's Bad Fur Day? Yo. It should be on Xbox. It is the fucking greatest game of all time.
Wow. What's it
Fucking
about?
Conker's Bad Fur Day. After I leave, man, you gotta watch some shit.
All right.
You gotta watch like the fucking episode, the section of the game where he makes the flower grow for the bee.
All right. I'll make you a deal. I'll go and watch your favorite game.
Okay.
What's it called? Conker's
Bad Fur Day.
Bad Fur Day.
Okay.
If you go and watch some videos on my favorite game, Petscop.
All right. I may have to do that tomorrow though. Wait, I think I've seen like stuff of that. Send me a link tomorrow.
Okay. I'll send you the first playthrough of the Petscop. I'll send you the first 2 playthroughs of Petscop.
You've shown me this once, but okay.
No, I haven't.
You put Petscop something on. Maybe it was just like a React video or something. I don't know.
I probably did.
It's the name's wicked familiar, but
No, man, you're a pet, and you're a cop, and no, you're a cop for pets. You're a pets cop.
yeah.
So before we wrap it up, one weird 2-minute scene in this episode today.
Yeah,
you
that
and I
caught us off
both
guard.
Completely forgot about. So like they crash the cars, they drag race Dragon Ball Z Mario Kart style, with banana peels and flying nimbus clouds and big bang attacks and all that bullshit, Kanzans and stretchy elastic arms. They do all that, and then they have like a second day of driving where they drive in the rain, and it's super shitty out. Me and Brandon both looked at each other. We were like,
Yeah.
we don't remember this.
I didn't want to admit it first. I was like, hey, this really doesn't look. I don't remember this. I thought this was like a cutscene. But I didn't want to say anything. I want to look cool. Like, oh, yeah, that's cool. This is one of my
Don't
favorite
try to
episodes.
look cool in front of me. I already know you. You don't got to
Yeah.
be cool in front of me.
I'm not cool.
I know. That's why it's cool to not try to be cool in front of me.
Anywho.
I didn't remember it either, so I guess I too was not cool. So we get through this scene where they're driving through the rain, and then a bus of like little orphans.
Just like school kids. They're on a camping trip.
No, in my brain they're orphans.
Okay.
Because orphans don't have parents.
Okay. That's why they're orphans, but okay.
Damn right. And they're fucking plummeting to their death. And so Piccolo and Goku.
Wait, you didn't say why. There's an avalanche. Like lightning struck a mountain.
Yeah, that's right. It's like real shitty out. Lightning struck a mountain. There's an avalanche. It hits the bus.
No mountain high enough. All right.
Avalanche, a killer bus of little
Piccolo save the day.
the little orphans, they're not dead. That kind of fit the rhyme scheme if we go A, B, A, C.
Right. And the driving instructors are like, oh shit.
They're like, yo, you're dope. You don't need to drive a car ever.
You don't get licenses.
You don't even need a license. You can fly and shit. You see the way you just Superman that bus? That was dope. So like Goku and Piccolo both Superman the bus. Like it's some kind of thing. And they're like, oh, we don't want to show off in front of our driving instructors too much, but I've been picking up buses since I was a small child.
Right.
And they save him. And Goku's like, Piccolo, I'm leaving this to you while I go fuck up this avalanche snow so that way nothing bad happens. And Piccolo's like,
And he like fires
Cool.
a key blast of epic proportions out of his belly button.
and then Piccolo's like, that's cool. Let me get in on that. And then one hands the bus of fucking little orphans.
And they're like, oh, thank you, mister.
And they destroy the snow. They're like, Mister,
Mister, it's the ghost killer.
out of here. Oh, dude, the Piccolo drive. I feel kind of like we betrayed Freitas today doing this without Freitas, but I'm actually kind of upset with Freitas. So,
Okay.
I don't feel that bad.
Okay.
Now, Freitas, if you're listening, all right, if you don't know why I'm upset with you, here's why.
Okay.
When we did the live events a few months back, September and October of last year, we set up a live chat, which I think you are a part of, but I'm not sure that you are.
Okay.
I know that it is at least me, Mike Martinelli, Alicia, Jackie, who helped us hand out flyers,
Okay.
and Freitas. I think it might be just be the five of us. For whatever reason, Freitas will get bombed at like 3:30 in the morning, and text. I think he means to message me.
Yeah.
I hope he means to message me. He'll like send out some like weird titty shit at like 3:30 in the morning when he's bombed.
Yeah.
That I think he means to send to me, but he sends.
But he sends it to the whole thread.
And like
Yeah.
the girls
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like, "What in the fuck?"
That wasn't November, October. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh no, I know. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying 3 weeks ago.
I shut it off.
I kicked him out of the chat.
Yeah, Alicia was like, bye, Felicia.
And he sent me a message and was like, "Dude, it was only titties. It wasn't even that bad."
Well, he did it the first time, and I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe he just meant to send it to me.
He's just being a dick or whatever. And then it happened again. I was like, yo, this dude get hacked? Like, it's all titties. Like, cool, but
Nah, he
not the... I felt like Professor Oak at that moment. I was like, this is not the place for that. Like, what?
fucking Freitas. So that's why we did the driving episode without you. Now,
I
Freitas-
figured that's why you were pissed at him.
I mean, I guess pissed is. I mean, I'm not like pissed. Like I love Freitas.
Yeah,
I realize he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love Freitas. Freitas, if you want to be back in a group chat, you're gonna have to take a day off from Mickey Doyle's at 390 Rhode Island Avenue, Fall River, Massachusetts. Shout outs to my uncles, Eric's
Hello.
and Brian's,
Hello.
who run the joint. Go take a day off from Doyle's. Come to Bristol. I don't want to have to go pick you up, though. That's the thing. Get a ride to Bristol. I'll get you an Uber back home. All right? I'll meet you halfway. We can eat fried chicken from Walmart and drink whiskey all day
There you go.
and do our own version of the driving episode.
And not send out inappropriate messages
And
on
stop
Facebook.
sending titties to weird chicks you don't know. Not that Jackie and Alicia are weird, but you don't know them that well. Stop sending titties to them, dude. Come on. Hashtag kick Vic, bro.
I got weird on that. I was like,
Hashtag don't send titties to Brandon because Brandon gets uncomfortable.
I wasn't uncomfortable. I was just like, that took a turn.
Right?
I just thought he got hacked.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. He was just bummed. So yeah, dude, that's the super dope anime hour for this week. I think we're coming up on an hour now.
All right.
I don't know how we end the show now is the thing.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There it was.
Yeah, no, a car just drove by because I didn't have a reaction to that attempt to end the show. That was weak. You don't have anything better than that, huh?
That was it. That was people channeling their inner chi to go find jalapeno M&Ms.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of tempted to just fucking keep the old ending. Well, like every anime that we do, we typically end it with like the theme song from that anime, right?
Yeah.
So like with Dragon Ball Super, it was what was it?
I don't know, that like the ending where there's like a cool music and then there's like weird like
Oh, you're talking about Doggy Kitty Zenkai Power.
Sure.
Yeah, no.
Still weird.
Yeah, no. So like we end it with the theme song though. So like for Dragon Ball Super Dope, it's always for My Hero Academia, we always do Carlton is a douchebag, yeah, or something like that. With Death Note, we do Suckawino. And then with Cowboy Bebop, I do shit like that.
Okay.
So like now that we're a general anime podcast, how do we do it?
Huh? Just make the Tim Taylor noise?
No, I'm kind of tempted to just keep going with but like I mean it's a Dragon Ball episode, so we could end it like that. But if we stick to the theme here, we would pick something from Chala Chala. So it would be like how does it end it? Has Spaku wow down down. See, that's not very fun to end on though. That's how we will end the show today. Good call.